I'm not going to the office.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's nothing here. There's lots of stuff.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
That's what... Yes, no choice to make. No reason to still be here.
Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He
That
wasn't
was...
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
That was what was happening in the other room. That led me to kill Stanley.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer
To
me
show
some
the
explanation
hypocrisy
there.
in your...
I'm genuinely confused.
To show the hypocrisy in your words. That is what I am doing.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Sorry, I tend to notice things. I wouldn't
Maybe
have...
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Hey, I like the broom closet so far. It has,
Stanley
like,
was fat
Bob.
and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
To be stupid and have drugs and hookers, I guess
Well, I've come
he's
to a
got
very
it pretty
definite
made.
conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
No, I'm very
Got to
much
the broom
alive.
Closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Yep,
When
that's what
situation like
happened.
this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Okay, I guess I'll shout.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He
So-
or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Nah. I made a decision. I'm going to do symbolic speech here and show you that you can get bored just as I can when I'm in a room with absolutely nothing to do. Also, unbeknownst to you, I have headphones in. Plus, I'm home alone, so you yelling... Well, not really yelling, you were just saying that. It's sort of lost. No one would have heard it, even if there was anyone to hear it. Look at the light, though. I was gonna say, there's duct tape, wrench, monkey wrench, what looks like wire, more duct tape, pliers, wrench. Don't quite know what that is. More duct tape, some bins, shelf, broom, cabling, wall, other wall, yet another wall, some wiring. Let's follow the wires, see if anything's connected up. There's some ducts. I guess I could leave.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
Yep.
Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. I guess I spent enough time in the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah, down the stairs. Ooh, spooky place. Ooh, a light. Can I do the light? No. Fire hose? Nothing.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Ooh, a
He
car.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Ooh,
For
this room is looping.
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was
because it's a narrator. This is a game.
By Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about
He's breaking the fourth wall.
Me,
of course.
Thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all
let's count the walls.
and wondered if this voice
One,
spoke to all people in
two,
their dreams,
3.
the truth was that, of course...
Oh, 3. This one's frickin' broken.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Exactly.
Now,
I'm just
the voice
tripping
speak
balls.
these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
No, I want this to be real life, not just fantasy.
He invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
No, I like the room.
Let me go back to my
not
job.
the room. That's a shitty
Let
movie.
me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
I like this dream. This is a nice dream.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
No,
My
I want
life is normal.
adventure.
I am normal.
No,
Everything will be fine.
no, it won't.
I am okay.
No, you're not. You have to work through it.
Stanley
Don't
began
accept the
screaming.
status quo.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I?
Ooh, this is getting neato.
And everything went black.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Is this
He was
strange man
obviously
Stanley?
crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
They look
And in
like
that
normal
moment,
people.
She thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to
At
think
least
this,
he died
and in a
facing
certain way,
forward.
seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That didn't show her running. You were kind of lazy.